Hello, my name is Navigator. In today's quick video, I'm going to be going over everything that I picked up this weekend and I guess today in my trip to Buffalo, New York. I go out there to visit my girlfriend every once in a while, and there's a couple old places that I hit up, lots of Walmarts and Targets, but the only actual small business that I went to was that 80s toy shop, again in Buffalo, and I picked up some things there, but really quickly we're just going to go over that, and why don't we start with those loose figures. You can see 4 of them right here in front of you. These are the ones that I picked up at that 80s toy shop, so if you are in Buffalo, be sure to check them out. But number one here, we did get an old Elite of Arn Anderson. A couple, maybe handful of months ago, I reviewed a Tully Blanchard figure that I got from another wrestling show. What was it? Maybe Immortal Championship or something like that. And I always wanted the Arn Anderson to go with it. I found this for $10 loose, and I was like, boom, we got it. So I really do like this figure. Big fan of Arn Anderson, and I always wanted this one. Was very fortunate to find that for such a good price. There's that. Next up here, for an even better price, I managed to find a loose AJ Styles Ultimate. This is a figure that I've dreamed of having, but it's always been too expensive, and I found this guy for $24. No accessories, unfortunately, except for what he had equipped, which is this right here, but I did manage to find a pair of his fisted hands from the Ultimate Edition on eBay for $3, and that should be in the mail soon. I mean, I'm a huge fan of this, but the hands, I wanted either the gripping hands or some fists, so I wanted to make sure that I ordered those as well. But there we go, a dream figure of mine to always have, and now I have it, just minus a couple accessories. Next up here, there is a new one of these coming out really right now, and that is Dallas Diamond Page with the Monday Night Wars series that are Walmart exclusive. But in the event that I don't end up getting my hands on one of those, I found this one for $6. And I'm a big DDP fan, anyways, so I wanted to have this. But yeah, for $6, I definitely wanted to pick this up. So we got a loose Elite DDP from his WCW days, it looks like. And then finally here, one that I've kind of been battling for quite some time, whether to pick up one of the Vince McMahon Elites. I've kind of always wanted one, but he's got a tumultuous history. He's really not a good guy at all. So my rationale was I picked this up for a decent price. I'm not going to say what, because I don't really want to get into it, but I'm going to hold on to this guy, keep him in good condition, and hopefully someday I can make some money off of this scumbag. That's my rationale. So I'm not really going to display him anywhere particularly, but I did want to have it, just so I can have it on hand. And especially with that documentary coming out, I wanted to have my hands on some Vince McMahon stuff, because who knows, it could have some value in the future, and again, I'd love to make some money off that scumbag. So there we go. Next up here, today, and this is all the inbox stuff that I do have, and this is one that I won't be unboxing. I did manage to find an Eddie Guerrero main event, or a basic, at my local Target for $12. I mean, I think it came out to like 13 in total after checkout for a chase, and this thing is going for like 30 right now, so hell, I'll double my money, why not? And I don't have an Eddie Guerrero figure, and I do like the gear, so I wanted to grab this, and this I'll just put into my mint unboxed collection area and just let that sit there and hopefully gain some value. So there's that, an Eddie Guerrero chase. Next up here, we do have my second WWE Superstars figure, this being Tatanka. I did review Big Boss Man here on the channel, and this is the second one from that series that I wanted. You can see it's Kurt Angle, Tatanka, and the Big Boss Man. I really am not a huge fan of these figures because they don't make wrestlers that I'm a big fan of, but recently they have been. I'm just waiting for a Stone Cold. I'm waiting for a Bret Hart. That is the day when I will start collecting these for real, but I do have a Tatanka, and he looks great. I will have a review of this up on the channel very soon, hopefully uploaded alongside this video. Next up here, we did manage to find an AEW Ethan Page figure. This is one that I didn't have, and I am kind of a completionist when it comes to AEW figures, so I figured I'd pick this up. It's going for like $40 online, so almost double the price that I managed to grab it for, that being 21 or whatever at Walmart with tax. But hopefully one day I can get him to sign this. That would be great. It's not in the best condition. Like, there's just some parts that are like kind of loose on it, I feel like, and then on the back it's a little like indented. I don't know if you guys can see that at all, but it's a little indented. But I want him to sign this. A figure of him that I found in the wild would just be kind of cool, and all come full circle for the whole wrestling figure community, that being that he is a wrestling collector himself. So there's that. An Ethan Page figure with the hopes I get it signed one day. And then finally here, the last thing, we did manage to find, thankfully, the Monday Night Wars Rob Van Dam. This gear is some of my favorite of his, and this is actually the gear that he wore in his debut match on AEW, which is a match that I waited for so long. I was so hyped for that, so this figure does mean a lot to me, and I'm a big Rob Van Dam fan. I mean, the amount of Rob Van Dam collectibles that have come through on this channel, you can go back and see. I'm in love with that guy. He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. So there's that, and yeah, so there you go. Quick little recap. We got 4 loose figures: AJ Styles, Arn Anderson, DDP, and Vince McMahon from That 80s Toy Shop in Buffalo. We managed to grab this Monday Night Wars Rob Van Dam, an Ethan Page AEW figure, Tatanka's WWE Superstars, and then finally that Eddie Guerrero basic chase. So there you go, folks. That's everything, and I will have reviews for the Rob Van Dam, the Tatanka, and then that's pretty much it alongside this video. Be sure to go check those out. As always, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.